Let's see what options we have over here. This is the graveyard key. He may have ran away, tripped and fell, then got stabbed in the neck. That's the reporter doing it. That's the vampire doing it. The thing is, the grave is empty. But we can assume that the brother took the body away afterwards. Probably to bury her somewhere more secluded. These two puncture wounds just seem... I don't know. They just seem so staged. What we know is that the professor was hit by a shovel and the intracranial hemorrhage killed him. Right? So that would be this. That's the brother braining him with a shovel. And then the other guy ran away and fell and hit his head on the rock and got knocked out. And we know that this guy had puncture wounds, but it was not the cause of death. It was superficial at best. So that would happen if the reporter came along and thought, you know, well, this guy's a dead body. He stabs it a couple of times with a scalpel to make vampire marks. He's clearly happily lying through his back teeth about what happened when he told the vagrant, yeah, they attacked, a necromancer did this, and they attacked, and, well, he told the police this, and then they turned into bats and flew away. You know, he's a fucking liar. So why would he not stage an unhappy crime scene like this to look like something else to then get pictures of? But then he comes down here, where the graveyard guy is, he's still alive. You know, the gravedigger. And he stabs the dude in the neck and kills him. He was alive, and he must have thought, dead body. Turn it into a vampire victim, you know. Did Sherlock give it 3 days after the murder? What do you mean? I don't get the reference. So that's what I think happened here. I think that the bodies were then tampered with by the reporter who wanted to turn it into a sensational piece. Brother comes in, sees grave digging, gets really fucking angry as one would, brains the dude. Old Joe over here by his little shack, his lean-to. Oh, newly turned vampires take 3 nights to rise. It's a biblical joke. I wasn't aware. Okay, I think this just happened. So again, the evidence is against the case here, you know, against the assertion. Yeah, so these guys did that. What have we got here? We've got Necromancer doing his thing, potentially. Well, that would be that. What would this be? This is the reporter, isn't it? No. Why have we even got that there? That's really a weird conclusion. No. So they were digging up the body. You know, the professor has a note from the college saying, hey, we need more cadavers for research. We've run out. You know what to do. Wink. Pays the gravedigger to come out here and dig up a fresh corpse. As the brother appears to lay flowers, sees that, gets very angry, brains the professor, and does enough to kill him. The intracranial hemorrhage is what killed him, and that we see the shovel is very badly bent. That was a blow hard enough to do that. And maybe he gave chase to the gravedigger, or could have shoved him to the ground. Either way, gravedigger ends up over here, unconscious. Then he goes back, collects his sister's body, and takes it away. Maybe even reburies her somewhere else, which is why he's dirty. That's what his neighbors say. He came back the next morning, dirty and tired looking, as if he'd just gone grave digging, but to bury somebody. Thinking, I want her buried somewhere where people, like ghoulish people, aren't going to come and dig her up. And then a reporter shows up, you know? And he's like, ooh, I can use this. You know, he sees these, what he thinks are dead bodies in an empty grave and thinks, great, vampire. And he grabs a scalpel, sticks this guy in the neck twice, but he's already dead. So he doesn't cause any bleeding, really. Virtually no blood loss from that wound because he's already dead. Post-mortem. This guy, on the other hand, he stabs in the neck. He's still alive. And he bleeds up profusely and dies from blood loss while unconscious. And then he starts taking his fucking pictures. Now, the thing is, we have... one of the possibilities over here isn't just the guy arriving. It's the reporter taking his picture. Now, there's no flash, but we know there must have been, because Joe said he saw flashes of lightning, no thunder, and thought devilry was at work. And then he confronts the reporter, who's like, yeah, vampires, bro, you know, and starts his yarn. I think that might be right. Let's see.
You're not even trying, Sharon.
Shut up, John.
Concentrate.
You concentrate on selling me an ice cream. You pathetic figment of my imagination, you. Maybe we don't need this here. Maybe we do this. I was right.
The brother of the deceased became furious when he caught the anatomist exhuming his sister's body. He killed him with a shovel. The graveyard keeper took to his heels, but didn't get far. He fell, hitting his head on a stone, which rendered him unconscious. With the murderer gone, the reporter who was hiding punctured the neck of the first victim to imitate a bite.
Yeah, he might have been watching all along.
Same to the second victim, he killed an unconscious man. So we have 2 murders and 2 murderers, but no vampires.
Vampires are not so scary when you have grave robbers and journalists running around.
Jeez, I know, right? Especially them bloody journalists, like, oh my god. They be the creepiest of all. Alright. Well, one more for the books. Let us be about the business of informing the desk sergeant who to throw a very heavy book at. Or 2 very heavy books in this case. They find 2 books, my good man, and throw them. Give him a good yeet. Oh, key evidence. Oh no, we're missing something. What are we missing? I like to be a completionist, guys. Even though we got enough to finish the case, I like to be a completionist. Where was it? Up here? Yep, it was up here. Is there anything else? What evidence did we miss?
The flowers
the
are still
flowers.
fresh.
Looked at the scene. Evidence. Not all evidence. Did the chemical analysis on the stuff by the grave. It'll be something innocuous, you know. But we got everything there. Did get everything over here by the vagrants. That's right. Oh.
This must be the vagrant shelter. Quite homely, if you don't mind sleeping next to the corpses.
It's very important that we understood this was the vagrant shelter, guys. I don't like solving a case unless I have everything. However trite, that's not the Holmes way. He needs all the facts, even the irrelevant ones, or you can't make an accurate deduction. Very interesting in detective work is that you need access to all the information that is not relevant in order to rule it as irrelevant. Otherwise, you haven't done a thorough investigation, because if you don't have that evidence, how can you ever know whether it's relevant or irrelevant? Don't you agree, Desk Sergeant?
Constable Stark, do you believe in vampires?
Hey?
Eh?
What do vampires
You
have to
what,
do with
mate?
anything?
Oh, that's exactly what I thought while looking into the murders at the cemetery. The primary suspect is indeed the murderer, but he's not the only one. The reporter who so easily fooled everyone with his vampire stories killed the other victim.
But why would he do that?
He
He's an
believed the
asshole.
unconscious man to be dead and decided to
Did you-
concoct a...
Did you hear me when I said
his readers.
reporter?
Oh, thank you, Mr. Holmes.
Heavily accented inverted commas.
Taken in immediately. There's only one case left. Don't let me stop you.
Oh, you won't, sir. You might try, but you will fail. If you substitute the word reporter for bottom-feeding muckraker, there'll have to be a bunch of dashes in there, make it a whole word. But still, you've got your why. The clue is in the... You can tell I have very little respect for the press these days, but who would? All reporters are arseholes? Are you certain? I mean, I haven't met all of them. No, there are some good journalists out there who toil against the tide, but for the most part, mainstream press these days, I do not appreciate them anymore. I really don't. I find them just not worthy of the name, let's be honest. Okay, so we're going to do the scapegoat. This is the last of the police cases that I almost missed doing because they're on a board and I didn't realize I needed to go there. And then we can do the street magic one, because if we finish this one, we finish the game. We want to look in the house as well. We might actually be finishing the game today, because I don't know, I don't really care to get all the coins. I don't really care to get all the Treasure Island stuff now I think about it. Well, maybe getting all the coins. That's a big shaft it to Mycroft, you know? Like, fuck you, Mycroft. Stealing my coin collection and hiding it, you bastard. So maybe we will do the coins after we've done. Yeah. And then we can do a Mother's Love. That's going to be a very short thing, though. Yeah. So we may end up with only a half stream for that, and then move on to it. Anyway, scapegoat. What have we got going on here? 4 persons arrested for theft, property damage, and debauchery. Wow. How terrifying. All comprised of 3 women dressed in robes and animal masks and a priest. Oh. The suspects have been charged with stealing and slaughtering a goat in the forest ruins to the west of the cemetery. I'm back that way, okay. I could have done this while I was over there if it let me take all the cases at once. For this cruel act, they will be prosecuted accordingly. However, the victim has requested to specifically identify who stole the goat. Who stole his goat. Right. So the goat owner wants to know which one done it specifically. Who took the goat? All of them, possibly. They all killed the goat. They would all have taken it, maybe. They all participated in the caper. Testimonies of all parties involved are attached to the case. Okay. The victim, Wooly, was the best goat I ever owned. Very fertile. Yeah. He charged at anything red, but otherwise, he was as calm as a cat. That might be an important clue. Are you sure this was a goat and not a bull? Was it just a very small bull stunted at growth and you thought it was a goat? I was inside when he was stolen. By the time I ran out, they were gone. But I saw that the thief was wearing a mask. I must know who did it. Please put Mr. Placido onto this. Mr. Placido. He busted my neighbor for running a gambling den with but a single look at his clothes. I'm sure he will solve this in a jiffy. Mr. Placido, huh? Okay. I think that's actually... Isn't that the actual chief inspector dude or something? The inspector's office, the archives on the other side, isn't it? Is it here? Yeah, Chief Inspector Placido. Alright. So the priest says, he's still a bit tipsy, so he was very drunk. I was very, very drunk. I came to the ruins to save these lost souls and stop their abhorrent ritual. I found them dancing and I hid in the bushes, only to gather courage, mind you. I didn't see any goats. One of them stumbled. I gasped as they noticed me. You gasped because they stumbled? Oh no, he stumbled. Oh shit, I made a noise. But the one who fell tied me up. Sounds like a really badly made up story. And the other, in a lion mask, forced me to drink the wine. I don't know where the third woman was, but they were stopped tormenting me. The goat had appeared. Oh, when they stopped tormenting me, the goat had appeared. Okay. The green ox's testimony. The woman in the green ox mask is limping. I couldn't steal the goat, even if I wanted. I sprained my ankle during the dance. It was the priest who brought us the goat. He may be all holier than thou now, but he clearly wanted to join our bacchanal. I'm sure. He was asking for it. He shouldn't be dressed like that. Oh, Jesus. The woman in the red lion mask has a large bruise on her side, so we know the goat attacked her. I broke an amphora with very expensive wine because of that goat. He was probably rabid. Birds should know better than to steal this crazy animal. Or birds should have known better than to steal the crazy animal. I've had enough. This is the last time I take part in the rituals. I already have 3 lovers. That's more than enough. That's an interesting fact. 3 lovers, but there are 2 other women and 1 man. 3 lovers? I feel like that wouldn't be very well rehearsed, and, you know, that could very well actually be an inconvenient truth that slipped out. The Blackbird testimony. We gathered to perform a ritual which would make men desire us above all else. We were dancing when we noticed someone spying from the bushes. Okay, so the priest actually, then she corroborates the priest's story. The priest, I ordered the others to get him drunk. No one must witness our ritual while sober, because it insults the god of rapture. You mean, oh no. Rapture? Are we in BioShock now? Are we talking about Mr. Ryan himself, the god of rapture? There are no gods in rapture. We all know this. No gods, no kings, only men. Anyway, that's enough about that crossover. But Sherlock Holmes in a BioShock crossover. Now that would rock, I think. Oh, about the goat. It was Lion's responsibility to bring it to the ruins. Yeah, so they all have masks. We can rule out the priest, but the 3 women have masks. We know one of them stole the goat, and we know the goat would charge anybody who is wearing red. Now, we're meant to believe that Lion brought them, being red, brought the goat to the sacrificial site. But if the red lion went to go and get the goat, would they not have then run away when the goat attacked them? The goat could have attacked at the ritual site still. And Red says, broke an amphora of expensive wine. You wouldn't take the amphora of wine with you to go steal a goat. You'd leave it at the site of the party, you know? So, and Red Lion claims that the bird stole the animal. And Bird is saying, no, Red brought the animal. It was their responsibility to bring it to the ruins. But it would have been fighting the whole damn way. That would have made it very difficult. They would have just given up and been like, fuck this goat, I'll go get a different one. I know I would have done. I'd have been like, screw this. My eye is... dry. Terrible. I'm doing that thing where every time you blink, you get like a blurry film over your eye. Ugh. Okay. Let's see what Green said again, though. Couldn't steal the goat even if I wanted to. Sprained the ankle during the dance. Priest who brought us the goat. Seems like Green is just trying to spin a yarn. And be like, blame the priest. But then when the others were questioned, they were like, well, this is the thing about lying in police interviews. When they interview you all separately is so that they can see if you all tell the same fucking story. When you tell a lie like that, you're actually really kind of screwing yourself and maybe exonerating the person you're trying to pin it on. Unless you've had a chance to get your story straight between you all, forget it. Okay. So we need to go visit the site, though, before we do anything else. Forest ruins to the west of the ceremony. We don't know where the goat came from. Yeah. So we're going to just have to look at the site. Determine what happened there. Back to the cemetery! And then we'll go coin hunting. Well, there's the forest ruin. It's all the way over there. Man, I gotta go running a long way. Okay, this way, I think. Right? Yeah. I keep forgetting I have a compass at the top. Probably, you know, refer to it once in a while. Okay. Right way? Nope, I went really, really wrong there. Really wrong. Okay, now we're on the right path. Down here and this way. When we came to water, I knew I'd gone wrong. I was like, this doesn't look right at all. Not in the least. Last time we came down this way, we were looking for that frigging elephant. We were trying to find Goliath. Oh, hello, officer. Alright, let's see. What have we got going
The
on?
hoof prints end in deep furrows. The animal was resisting.
But it didn't want to be dragged along. If it was resisting rather than... Yeah, I think it would have been chasing Red Lion all the way up the friggin' hill.
What a waste.
There's the amphora. Got buttered. So it was resisting until it saw red and then it lunged and whacked. That's my current thought. Where's number 3? Oh boy. Ooh. Tied up.
The rope is soaked with wine.
Kind of tracks with what the priest said. He was tied up and forced to drink wine. It would have spilled all over the ropes, right? And Green Ox corroborates that. Like, you know, he wanted to be... Oh, it wasn't even Green Ox. It was the Red Lion. No, Blackbird corroborated the priest's story. And here's the goat.
The
Ew.
goat was torn to pieces. Ugh. Savagery.
No respect for the butcher's art. None whatsoever. What do we got over here? Number 4.
Multiple bare footprints. I should examine them more closely.
Should. Well, one of them's a handprint, Holmes. So, you know. Do I need to do this first? Yes. In that. An overturned stone. Curious. Probably, you know, stumbled and fell. A palm print.
Someone stumbled on a stone and fell to the ground.
Green Ox. That's the dance mishap. Oh, here's 5. Rosaries.
The priest said that he came here to stop the ritual. Did you really, Father?
Yeah, the rosaries were hung up on the tree. Why would Blackbird, though, like, cover for the priest by being like, oh, he was spying on us? So maybe they had a story straight between them and the others aren't playing ball with it. Or they haven't even mentioned the priest. Apart from Green Ox, who was like, oh, he seems holier than thou, but he really wanted to party with us. Yeah. Any other evidence before we move on? Like, I mean, the priest could have crept along through here, this side, and made it here. It's just kind of weird that the rosary beads are hung up. As if to be like, I'll just leave these here for now, you know.
The robe is so
That's not what I was trying to interact with, but thanks, game. Yep. Good to be reminded about the rope. Right, meditate for me while the ice cream man figures this out. Yep. Goat be unhappy. God damn, them be some horns right there. Don't mess with the goat. Alright, so we got somebody dragging along. That's Ox. That's Bird. And the priest... And that's the lion. We have to decide who did that bit. I'm gonna say Bird for now, because it just makes sense. Because then Red Lion said she broke an amphora when the goat attacked. That would be that. It makes no sense that the goat would be resisting someone not in red and then charge a person in red. And Ox said she slipped and tripped and couldn't do anything. This confirms Ox's excuse for not being part of it. So it's really Red and Blackbird who are like saying each one did it. And we have Priest here being given wine by somebody. Did they say who did it? One of them stumbled, I gasped. The one who fell tied me up. The other, in a lion mask, forced me to drink. Okay. The one who fell tied me up. That would be there. That would be the Ox. So Ox tied that guy up. And the key here is the one who fell tied him up. That's Ox. And Lion force-fed wine. The third woman is nowhere to be seen at this point, from his point of view, if we believe him. So that would be Blackbird. Because he doesn't say what mask the person who tied him up was wearing, just that it was the one who fell. And Green Ox claims to have fallen and had sprained their ankle. But then Ox claims that the priest brought the goat. But if Ox was tying the priest up, they couldn't do. And the ropes soaked in wine kind of validate what the priest was saying. And yeah, Blackbird say they were dancing and noticed someone spying and it was the priest. I ordered the others to get him drunk. That all checks out. And then, oh, the goat, but yeah, the lion did. Lion brought the goat. Yeah, trying to heap more blame on Red Lion, you know? And then they all had a good butchery session. Oh, there's one over here still. This would be Priest Man himself. But we have Ox pointing. Or we have Bird pointing. That would be the ordering to get drunk. Make him drink! I think that works. Let's validate.
So, we have 3 lusty women engaged in a ritual. They're drinking and dancing when suddenly they hear a noise from the bushes. Their ritual seems to be working. There's a man they can get drunk already. While 2 of them are busy with the priest, the third one leaves. She is the one who stole the goat and brought it to the ritual. The poor animal smells trouble and charges at the drunken woman with the amphora.
Because she's wearing
Still,
red.
he couldn't break free and at the end was brutally torn apart and eaten alive.
Well, they attracted the attention of men. The police, at least.
Yep. Well, we got all evidence. Yeah, so these cases are really just quite quick and easy to deal with. The last one was a little bit of a head scratcher, but... Oh no, No. No, Goliath's still in there? Right. Yeah, they moved Goliath out here, I remember now. Give him more space. We lured Goliath back, but then they brought him back out here to be like, you know what? He's happier out there. Instead of that tiny cramped enclosure the guy had in his backyard. Because we had to decide whether, if I think, again, it's been over a year and a couple of months, but I think we had to decide whether to spare Goliath or not. So obviously I spared Goliath. And we pointed a finger at somebody else and said, that person killed the man.
Mr. Holmes, I have great news.
Do you
My
now?
recent accomplishments have earned me a promotion.
Oh, well then, I'm so
Sergeant
glad for you.
Stark.
You can pay
Has a
me.
nice ring to it, hasn't it?
Well, our accomplishments, you say?
What do you mean, our accomplishments? Of all the nerve, I don't recall you doing very much. I solved all the cases.
Come, Mr. Holmes.
I gave you the
I didn't
cases
mean
to
belittle
solve.
your contribution. After all, legwork is just as important as paperwork.
And what about the brain work?
Also very important. Don't get me wrong, your assistance was most valuable.
I can't wait till you
Anyway,
get
I'll be
demoted when
moving
they
back to
find
the
out you're
office
actually
space.
an idiot.
My days at this blasted desk are almost over. I won't be scapegoated now.
Good for you, I suppose. Speaking of scapegoats,
Good luck
I've
on your
solved the
next
last
case.
on the board. The goat was stolen by the lady in the blackbird mask. As if that makes any difference, judging by the atrocity I witnessed at the crime scene.
Yes, I heard about that one. The things women get up to these days. Ugh.
Well, I'm glad to have been of service. Now I have other matters to attend to.
Mr. Holmes, if I may be so bold as to make one last request.
No.
Do you remember that I told you that our chief inspector has been missing for a few months now? My current task is to establish his fate. I've tried to make sense of his last case, but it's a
I totally forgot
convoluted
about
mess. I would really appreciate your help.
I bet you would. Why not do it yourself if you're so good at this?
Why don't you do it yourself? I'm sure there's nothing in that case a police sergeant can't handle.
You're simply much better at it than me. There, I said it.
I won't argue with that, although much better is still an understatement.
All right, fine. I
You
guess
have
I'm
me
not done
intrigued.
yet.
Thank you awfully, Mr. Holmes.
Okay. So tell me what you know.
Tell me everything you know.
Well, I don't know much. Just that it's
Apparently.
connected to a gang called the Hive. Placido has been after their leader, the Hive Master, for years. But otherwise, I can't make head nor tail of it. Here, take the key to Placido's office. You might find some leads in there.
So is it Chief Inspector Placido who has vanished? From what I've gathered, he was a good detective.
Ain't that the truth? He was solving cases like shelling peas. Without him, things have gone downhill. He was a crotchety sort.
It's
always
gone right
grumbling,
to
fussing,
shit
taking
round
his
here
snuff by
since
the
he left.
handful, But I, for one, miss the old boy.
Very well, I'll see what I can find out.
One thing is certain. It's a dangerous business. Be careful, Mr. Holmes.
Dangerous is my middle name. Let me ask you this. If Dangerous wasn't my middle name, would I have an eye patch like this? A rakish hairdo, if I can find it. Yeah, where's the hair? Oh, nope. Yep. We got the eye patch. There it is. Got the hairdo. Dangerous is my middle name. Alright. Plan B. I didn't even notice that. I looked earlier at a walkthrough, like I said, just to see what the chapter headings were, to know how far in I am, and if this Mother's Love Story is the last part And I saw I had other cases I hadn't figured out yet or don't remember doing, so I don't remember seeing this one. We've got a key to his office and we need to discover his fate. All the case files should be inside his office. Alrighty then. Well, happy fate. I guess we'll do the magic story next stream and we'll finish off Mother's Love. That's the inspectors. I'm in the wrong freaking place again, aren't I? I know where I'm supposed to be. Here. Boom. Oh, yeah. Oh, John, I saw that. I saw you winking into existence. Took his gun. One thinks he would do that every day he goes on duty, but okay.
This must have been an award for long and faithful service.
Yeah, like would he keep his service weapon in a case? That's a good point.
A box of snuff. Strong stuff.
Snuff box. He also likes to use that. No, nothing. Oh, what's that at the back? Cordona Chronicle, May 1877. 3 years ago. Hive Gang Police Raid. Is the Hive Master dead? The Police Inspector Luciano J. Placido, the night of May 13, ended in gunshots, a blazing fire, lost comrades, and the label of hero. After an investigation lasting several years, Inspector Placido led his squad on a raid to shut down the operations of the infamous Hive Master and this crime syndicate, the Hive. The largest of the gang's warehouses, also dubbed the Bee Yards, was raided in Miner's End. Although the operation was thoroughly planned, the police encountered serious opposition and were outnumbered. The gang set the warehouse on fire, ambushed the officers, and engaged them in a gunfight. We've received confirmation from several sources that Inspector Placido managed to corner the Hive Master, the gang's leader, subsequently perishing in a failed attempt to escape from the burning warehouse. Why do I get the feeling there's more to this? It's going to be one of those I'm no hero kind of deals where shit happened and it was bad and he made it look different. As a result of the operation, Placido was promoted to the position of Chief Inspector. We congratulate the hero and are already preparing an exclusive interview with the Governor that will include an official statement on the operation. Okay, well that's a little bit of information for us. Dude's got a serious safe. I hope there's not a dead body in there. Ugh, we've already done that case. Chief Constable's message. We've been through this before, and you know well that I cannot allow it. You are an indispensable asset to this department, Placido. Sorry, but your retirement is out of the question. Who'd wanted to retire? We need you now more than ever. The city needs you. Think about it. Chief Constable Donovan. You are the hero we need. Maybe he thought he wasn't the hero they deserved. Got cases missing. Ooh. Hive Master cases are all
Hive
gone.
Master. Crime lords just love catchy monikers.
Yeah, the Bootleggers League and the Blue Face. Oh my god, this is some Batman shit. The Clerk's Thumb. Fierce Brigade. What is that? The Sailings. What? I don't know. Can't read half of this handwriting. Is this guy a doctor? Dancing Grace? Scandal in Old City. Oh, this guy's a good old gumshoe, isn't he?
The files are gone, that's odd.
Well, it doesn't look as though there's anything else in here. Oh, I have to pin the evidence, of course. Right. Oh my god, there's plenty in here. Shit. Alright, let's work our way round from left to right. What we got over here? Hidden safe? Loose fingerprints. Loose frame, sorry. Da-da-da-da. A hive motif. Plot twist. What if he is the Hive Master? I used that soundbite quite a lot lately, I guess. There's an ear.
Now that is odd, to say the least.
Pickled ear in a jar? What the fuck? Collection of Hive articles. A collection of local and nationwide newspaper articles, all mentioning the Hive Master, are organized chronologically. Chief Inspector Placido has been collecting information on the gang for years. 1875 in May, exclusive. New crime syndicate sweeping Cordona. January 1876, buzz off. Elusive weapons smugglers, the Hive, supply Irish nationalists. 1876 in October, Hive Master mystery. We all know about the underground gang leader, or all we know about it. May 1878, police corruption controversy. An officer spills the truth. June 1878, no more free speech. Independent newspaper raided by police. February 1879, the Hive stings again. 5 civilians dead, 10 injured. April 1879, former Cordona Chronicle reporter missing. We will not be silenced, pledges the editor. December 1879, police corruption charges dropped. So we got 75, 76, and then it jumps from 76 to 78. There's no 77. So a year after, police corruption controversy happens. That's interesting. Notes on the Hive Master. These look like Placido's notes on the Hive Master. Last page reads, Beatrice Queen, City Hall Records said Miner's End, 1877. Same year, same district as the gunfight. He was right under my nose all along. Okay, so he was tracking
Sherry.
stuff.
It'll bring us luck. You'll see.
Good lord, you can't be serious.
Nice. Always play it by ear, pal.
Oh, do shut up, John. Jesus Christ. I can't wait to expunge you from my consciousness. Good grief, sir. Oh. All the other markers have gone now. That was the actual thing we were meant to look at. All these others would have been innocuous, like, nope, nothing here, nothing here, nothing here. I went straight to the beans. Well, how about that? I'm just that fucking good. Alright. They're in a jar of formaldehyde along with the notes. Snuff box. Pungent snuff made from dark grated tobacco. Here's the information that we had, though, about... Well, I guess it's in John's diary, right? The documents? Yeah. Just wanted to double-check the Chronicle article. So the Hive stuff was going on even after 1877. Received confirmation Placido managed to corner the Hive Master, but he believed that wasn't him. Why the ear in the jar? The hell has that got to do with shit? So Placido's notes on the Hive Master, Beatrice Queen, City Hall Records say Miner's End, 1877. Same year, same district as the gunfight. Was he right under my nose all along? I guess we go to City Hall. Oop, excuse me. Wrong way. Keep thinking I'm coming from the other side. Alright, City Hall. That's the chief archivist. What about here? That's right, John. You float into existence, damn you. Okay, so we have a period. Would be 1800s. District was Miner's End. And all we've got is a name. Would we make that as subject, citizen, official, business, or other? Or would it be a registry? Birth, death, marriage, occupation, legal document. Maybe legal document. Let's try that. Hey! When in doubt, it's always a legal document. Can't get away from that in a bureaucracy. Property of B. Queen. Queen Beatrice. Business entity registered in 1877. I kind of wondered if the Beatrice Queen would be the name of a thing, like a ship or, you know, bar or something. Documents filed for closure in January 1880. Property registered in the name of... property registered in this name. A warehouse in Miner's End sold February 1880. Distillery in Miner's End shut down February 1880. Villa in Grand Surrey auctioned off for charity March 1880. Warehouse in Miner's End currently for sale, located on Clay Street by Stevenson's Bridge in Silverton. Okay, we have a place to go. Maybe he went there to dig around. Might very well have realized, after all his digging... Where was it? Here? Where's the... Oh, there. I'm literally pinned it. Yeah, this was the last page in his diary. So this must have been this year. And then realized that this Beatrice Queen was selling off properties. Covering their tracks, leaving town, that kind of thing. What about the article? In December 1879, police corruption charges that began in May 1878, year before, were dropped. And then the newspaper was raided in June. Then the following February, the hive struck again. 5 civilians dead, 10 injured. And then a reporter went missing in April. And then by December, the charges were dropped. And then immediately after that, the next month, 1880, properties are getting sold off. Documents filed to close the business entity, and then bam, 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 places getting sold. But clearly, that's where we need to be. So, Stevenson Bridge in Silverton, Clay Street. Chief Inspector Placido took his prized service revolver. Stevenson Bridge is this one over here, right? No, that's Thor Bridge. Stevenson Bridge. Silverton. There it is. It's up here. On Clay Street. Well, that's in Miner's End, though. Yeah. Okay. So we cross the bridge, hang a left, and just run on down. We've got the old warehouse quarter. It's going to be there somewhere. Alright. Cross the bridge. left. Looking for a warehouse for sale. I mean, it might be this one, actually. There was an entrance up here. Should have probably dove in there first and had a quick look around. Let's see. Could it be?
Clearing out on Hive Master's orders. Cornelius said he knows what he looks like, but...
Ooh, these guys are talking about the Hive Master. Who saw the Hive Master? A brother of the governor. No. Burned face. Nope. Contacts through proxies. Witnesses don't survive. Ghost of... Nope. Never seen him. Better to not know. Nope. Typed messages. Alright, we didn't get all of them. Sherlock's like, God fucking damn, I hate this minigame.
Clearing out on Hive...
So, not Ghost of Cordona. Brother of the governor. No, I'm just going to go up through these. Contact through proxies. Witnesses don't survive. Oh. Oh. Damn.
Clearing out on Hive Master...
I'm just going to keep clicking up until I get there. Typed messages. Never seen him. Contact through proxies. There we go. Figured it out. I really don't like that minigame. I've been getting it right a lot lately, but sometimes you just get... I don't know what's relevant and what isn't. Some of it seems relevant. It all seems relevant to me. From what I've heard, the rank and file of the Hive don't know what their boss looks like. Apparently they've never seen the Hive Master in person. He's Alpharus. They're all the Hive Master. No good-looking clues out here. What do you think, John?
There are some chaps inside, and they're armed. Be
Oh,
careful,
great. My
Sheriff.
opportunity to skip combat. Yeet. Excellent. Do not stand in my way. I am here for the story. Not your infuriating weak spot combat mechanic. See any fun stuff to click on. Right, so the combat arena has nothing of interest. Ooh. Oh, I thought that was blood. Oh, yeah. Tell me you're the Hive without telling me you're in the Hive. This honeycomb motif is a little on the nose. What we got here? They're yarn smugglers. Look at this.
What a convenient way to pull the wool over the eyes of the customs house.
Ah, all the wool over their eyes. I see what you did there.
Everything knits together.
Oh, please do stop, Sherlock. Stop. Bad jokes is John's turf. Soiled note. I can't spare any boys, Cal. Too busy wrapping up, same as you. The boss has gone soft, shutting down when we have the island in our pocket. Makes no sense to me. And what's with the letters? He never contacted us directly before. I'd be a fool to cross him, but I sure as hell am not leaving. There's still easy pickings to be had here, Hive or no Hive. What do we got here? Ticket stubs or cards or something. Third thing here. And by God, I will have it. I think they would be interesting to look at, apparently. Not the pen. Do I need to pin anything? No. Nothing with an icon that says, please pin me. Oh, the note. A letter from HM. Burn the documents, prepare the goods. I will deal with the apiary. This shipment will be the last. If you are on the ship, you will be taken care of. If not, you're on your own. HM. Yeah, make it to the boat before the storm hits and bring the Dilophosaurus with you. Don't let it kill you. Dennis Ned's here. He never made it to the ship.
Someone's been burning papers, I see.
Oh, well, they disposed of some evidence. Apart from this bit. Foolish. Foolish fools. You left some unburned stuff. Okay. So we can ask around about this. We probably need to look like a criminal in order to do that. But it'll be like we'll get a lead on the ship. And then burnt paper. Let's, oh, I need to do it from here. Let's run a chemical analysis. I love a good chemical analysis. What do we want to do? A 5, -7 green, and +7 blue. Damn. -7 green and +7 blue. Mm-hmm. Okay, well, this -5, that with that all gets us what we need there. Let me just stack all this up a little bit. Yeah, all that takes care of green and blue. But then we've only got a +3 here in red. Well, we could just brute force the shit out of that. Like, this we don't need to do anything but add together. Right? So we can do that, and that. That and that. Gets us everything we need. Green and blue. This, we just need to... Well, I guess I could double it, but then that would become a 6, wouldn't it? I mean, I could double it in -1, or I could just do 2 pluses. Make it a 4, make it a 5, then add that shit together. There we go. Done. Easy. Restored some fragments. Beeswax to Valen. 50 crates of yarn to Dublin. And of honeycombs to Thessalo. Beeswax goes to Valen something? Yeah. That might be useful to us, but we need to ask around about this shit. Yeah, nope, I can't go that way. And we got all the evidence. We may now leave. Alright. We need to look criminally. Oh, this is the criminal shit right here. Okay. We could also do this. We could go with the Majima look again and get the eye patch out. But we do this. We do... Oh, wait a minute. No. This was the thing we did all the criminal stuff. Yeah. That's right. We put the old Cordona tracksuit on. Hell yes. I'm a dodgy bloke, I am. Yep. That's just the way it is. That's just the way it is. And we got the scar as well. There we go. Oh yeah, I'm up to no good now. I'm up to no good. Deal with the apiary though. Oh yeah, look at these. Like fellow face mask set. Hi, what's up?
Help me, please.
Hey, you're a lucky man. I know about this.
Oh, do you now? Well, tell me everything. A letter from HM. People told me that I can find the apiary to the west of Wiggins Street in northern Miners End. They want me to stay away. Well, unfortunately, I don't know how to do that. So, Wiggins Street North Miner's End. It's all the way down here. Damn, I gotta run all the way up to the mine, huh? Is that the way we go? Oh god, I just opened up my Steam overlay. Hang on. How I even did that. Yes, we follow the tracks. Don't mind me, just coming through, got crime to do, and all that. Oh good, I found a fast travel point I never found before. Yay for me! Okay, Wiggins Street. Alright, keep going. That's the empty bird cage. And, new location, Silver have faced you. What? Oh, I needed to take that exit. What is this location that I have found? I've been here before. Why did that not ping? Okay, well anyway, we go down through here. And we're at Wiggins Street. Interesting. I bet it's there. I've never been down here before. The apiary. Yep. A lot of bees in the air, so it's... Again. Look, guys.
Get off me!
Oh.
Sherry, don't even think about breeding these nasty things. Ugh.
You're not even alive, dude. You don't exist. Stop doing that. Yeah, if you're gonna, like, call your place the Hive and be bee-themed, try not to be quite literally so on the nose that you keep bees in bee boxes. You think you're being crafty and subtle, but believe me, guys, you ain't. Hey, do I need to pin anything specific here? No, just this. Oh, I don't see any items. Like, I'm supposed to investigate this area, I suppose. Look over here. What about this place? Big shovel. Well, there's a marker here that tells me I should be looking for something. I don't see what I'm supposed to be looking for. Come over here and talk.
Sir, I'm looking for a man who goes by the name of Hive Master.
Just so polite about it. Hi. Hiding a missing ear. Like the one in the jar. Rated tobacco, snuff taker. Lots of bee stings. And a revolver. 6-shot revolver. Found the chief inspector. Was the ear his? Did he lose it in the fight and kept it in a jar as a keepsake? Did he take over the hive operation afterwards? Kind of weird. The last entry in that diary doesn't necessarily mean it's the last entry before he disappeared. The last entry in the diary could have been the last entry before the May 1877 raid. That was when he found the hive, went after it, and then he took it over. Killed the hive master, and then rebuilt it. Yeah, the sulky, grouchy man in his 50s is clearly unhappy with my intrusion. He has some grated tobacco on the clothes, bee stings on the hands. Apparently, he prefers a secluded life that allows him to tend the bees while pulling the criminal strings from afar. Oops. Hiding a missing ear and carrying Placido's revolver. Because he just would have access to it, of course. The beekeeper must be none other than the notorious hive master, which means it did not end well for the chief inspector this time. Placido must be dead, or he is Placido. The sulky, grouchy man in his 50s, unhappy with my intrusion. He has some grated tobacco on the clothes, blah, 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 blah. Beekeeper is none other than the chief inspector Placido, using the hive master's fearsome reputation to keep people away. You see, what doesn't make sense to me for this one, the first one, the fact that he's missing an ear, and Placido had an ear in a pickle jar in formaldehyde, you know, in his little hidden safe. And he had a hive motif. He had the honeycomb on the back of that little hidden alcove in his wall with all of his reports and stuff. Like, this would mean that he encountered the hive master and let him live in exchange for an ear. And now he's come back after the guy for whatever reason, and then was killed, and then the guy took Placido's revolver. Doesn't really make any sense to me, because he would probably have his own gun, unless he wanted to keep it as a trophy. Makes more sense that that was his ear. But do we know enough about Placido to know that he was missing an ear? I don't know. Like, the report that we've received about what happened didn't say anything about him missing an ear, did it? Or being injured. Well, it did say something about him being injured, didn't it? I'm gonna go with my instinct and say this is Placido.
Chief Inspector Placido.
And what makes you think that?
Why, your missing ear, amongst other things. You need a larger hat. I've been investigating your last case on behalf of Sergeant Stark. And now I think I understand what happened to the Hive Master.
Humor me.
You live a double life, you invented him, or you killed him. I don't think he invented the Hive Master. He was clearly on the case of the Hive Master. Because everything looking up to that point in the diary was like, goddamn, under my nose the entire time. And then there was the raid in Miner's End, where he caught the Hive Master. Killed him. But since then took over the organization. He might have been tracking him down to kill him and take it over to begin with. That could have been his whole motivation. But since then he's been living a double life. But this would, I guess this would qualify as like he was living a double life all the time, which doesn't make sense because his own private notes leads me to believe he definitely caught and killed the Hive Master.
You killed him, didn't you?
Huh. You're sharp, son. I'll give you that.
But why? Everyone deserves a trial.
Wasn't my choice. He and his thugs attacked me when I went to arrest them. It was a kill or be killed kind of situation. Turned out for the best, though. With his cronies dead, not a soul knows what the Hive Master looks like. His own gang, scared stiff of him.
So you assumed his place to dismantle this criminal enterprise from within?
Damn right I did.
Oh, that's what he's been doing.
And after I'm done, I'm not planning to go back. I've had enough of this rotten nest of corruption. But it just won't leave me alone, will it? First, they dismiss my retirement requests, and now they send a sleuth after me.
It's not like that.
I tell you what it's like, son. This is not the first case you've worked on for Stark, huh? That amateur promoted to a sergeant for his merits? I don't think so.
Yeah, me neither.
You're not an officer. But from what I can see, you are much brighter than the lot of them. So what's your stake?
Load me
in
up some
this?
more, why don't you?
You some sort of consulting detective?
There it is.
Yes, I suppose you could call me that. My name is Sherlock Holmes, at your service.
Then do me a service, Mr. Holmes. Drop this case and don't tell anyone you saw me here. Let me enjoy my retirement in peace.
I mean, he's been masquerading as the Hive boss all this time, keeping the Enterprise running, but he's finally wrapping it up after all the corruption charges were dropped. But who were the corruption charges against? Yeah, why the bees, dude?
I have to ask, why are you so fascinated with beekeeping?
Also, why would he
I
be
just
here
want
behind?
a quiet life, away from the hustle and bustle. Watching the little workers like I once watched the criminal world of Cortona. Yes, it suits me just fine.
I mean, clearly he's attached to the fact that he had that service weapon, hence he took it with him. But if he kept his ear in a jar all this time as well, that's such a weird thing not to take with you as his keepsake. He must have forgotten about it. He'll be like, what the fuck are you doing with that?
What the hell? Give it to me now.
All right, but
Yeah,
let's
yeah.
make it a fair exchange, shall we?
I want a few of your beehives. I would like to study them, of course. Oh, I want your revolver. I get the feeling this is going to be super important and isn't just frivolous. It's going to be one of those, like, I want your revolver, because then if I disarm the guy, maybe he'll try and take his own life if we turn him in. And us taking the revolver away from him will probably prevent that. But the beehives is a pretty funny one. I want some
I
beehives.
want a few beehives in return. I have space in my garden. Who knows? Perhaps someday I might try my hand at beekeeping too.
Deal. Now go.
So we'll consider it.
I'll consider your request, sir. Either way, I must talk to Sergeant Stark.
Tell him I died a hero. Or a coward, I don't care. As long as they leave me alone.
Really, Jerry? Beehives? How old are you? 130? Unbelievable.
Well, you shut up, John. So there. I want the beehives because why not? Scientific interest, my sir. Scientific interest. Studying bee colonies. You know, it's good to know these things. Never know what you might need to keep in the old mine palace. Alright, well, you know what? Let's change out of this crap. Up and... Oh, I keep pressing the bumpers to move. Do that, do that. There we go. Back to normal. It is kind of odd, though, as well, that he's very much actually tying up all this business and dumping it all. And all the people who work for him are mystified. They're like, what is he doing? Why is the Hive Master shutting everything down now? My question is, why did it take him 3 years to begin the process? He's clearly enjoyed the money it brought in at some point. Did I run? I ran the wrong way. I need a mini-map! Yeah, I needed to actually be up there, didn't I? Oh god, how do I get back up there? God, this map is confusing me. I needed to follow the tracks. So, you know, he wants his retirement, but only after he ran a criminal gang for a while. Here's the thing. Look at the... I think this is going to be less a case of, like, we've cracked the case, we just have to decide how we want to handle it. So basically what he did, he took his honorary revolver and he took all the case files. He just forgot about his ear in the formaldehyde. He left all that shit behind. Like, he forgot about his own hidden alcove? Weird, but okay. Makes me wonder if I'm on the right track with this. Yeah, Beatrice Queen businesses were registered in 1877, documents filed for closure 1880. 3 years have passed. So if we look at the articles, May 75, the crime syndicate was sweeping Cordona. And then 1876, supply, smuggling, yada, yada, yada. 76, Hive Master Mystery, underground leader. And then we know between that and the next one, in May 77 was when the raid happened. Let's double check. What does... Was it documents? Yeah. May 77, Hive Gang Raid, Inspector Luciano's J. Placido, May 13th, ended in gunshots, fire, lost comrades, and the label of a hero. Investigations lasting years, Inspector Placido led a squad on a raid to shut down the operation of the infamous Hive Master and his crime syndicate, the Hive. Also dubbed the B Yards, gang's warehouses were raided in Miner's End. Operation was thoroughly planned. They encountered serious opposition. The gang set fire to the warehouse and they engaged in gunfights. Several sources say that Placido managed to corner the Hive Master. The gang leader subsequently perished in a failed attempt to escape from the burning warehouse. As a result of the operation, Placido was promoted. Okay, it doesn't say anything about Placido being injured. Congratulate the hero, already preparing an exclusive interview with the governor that will include an official statement on the operation. I just don't know why would Placido be missing an ear and keep it in his jaw. Like, you could assume it was lost in the fight. Still. So Placido's notes on the Hive Master, last page reads, this would have been around May 1877. Beatrice Queen, City Hall record said Miner's End. Same district as the gunfight. He was right under my nose all along. Why is phone dinging at me? It should be muted. Unmuted itself for some reason. Okay. That's a thing, though. If the actual page says same year as district as the gunfight, right under my nose all along, question mark? Well, the gunfight would be after the raid. That would be the raid. Right? That doesn't track. And Beatrice Queen was registered in 1877. So it might have been the business registry that gave, like the re-registering of the businesses that gave away the operation, right? Where's that collection of stuff? Here it is, collection of articles. Underground gang. There's no mention of a gunfight until that point. So the gunfight was the raid. And then 79, the Hive stings again, 5 civilians. This is the thing I was actually mainly coming to until I got a bit sidetracked, was looking at the progression of the Hive post-takeover. No more free speech. Independent newspaper raided by police. Police corruption controversy. An officer spills the truth. We don't know what that is, though. Like, what is that? And, you know, all this really matters to whether or not I grass this guy up and actually tell people about him and get him arrested, or we just let him disappear. You know, it's like, who is this man really? And what is he really doing? Does he deserve a peaceful retirement, or does it deserve dragging into the light? Because after the raid, corruption and controversy, free speech was being curtailed, and then these were in the file about the Hive. Neither of those two articles are specifically about the Hive, though, but they could be, for all we know. And that's why they were kept by the inspector. And then 79 in February, 5 civilians dead, 10 injured. And then in April, the previous year, a reporter went missing. And then police corruption charges dropped in 79. And then at the beginning of 1880, everything was being shut down. Was he running this operation and then it started to get violent in the previous year again? And shit was getting out of control and he decided enough's enough? Him saying he wanted to dismantle it all from within, he had 3 fucking years to do that. He didn't, though, until it started getting violent. And now he wants out. That's my thought right there. I'm just a little confused, however, about how this references the gunfight and being right under the nose all along. Did the Hive Master, did he kill the Hive Master without realizing? And then found out afterward by following other trails like, oh, that was the Hive Master. He's dead. I killed him. Interesting. Because there was always a question about whether the Hive Master was dead, right? In the Chronicle tree. Is the Hive Master dead? Question mark. But it says, we've received confirmation from sources that Placido managed to corner the Hive Master and perished failing to attempt. So that's stated by them. But were they basically, you know, just kind of hoping that was the case? But they didn't know who this person really was on paper. And then afterwards found the records and was like, damn, they were running under the name Beatrice Queen. So he was able to take over the whole operation. I don't know. It seems like such a weird detail. No? Just kind of sticks out there on its own. And of course, Placido's been missing for months. I do believe this is Placido, and not actually the Hive Master masquerading as Placido. That wouldn't make any sense. I'm sure any people like working with him prior would know it's him, you know? Like, they'd be like, oh, you're not Inspector Placido. What are you? It's like, not that Hive Master had a chance to take over Placido's life. But that's a possibility. That would be a pretty cool twist if they just looked alike. Don't get that reference to after the gunfight. Just the thing I don't get. Like, why make notes about who the Hive Master is, like having discovered the identity of the Hive Master after the raid? Oh, I do that. And I got ads coming in a minute. Well, and we're about to do... I'm going to snooze them for people, just so you don't miss things. Gonna have to figure it
Sergeant
out.
Stark's back at his desk. Across from the Chief Inspector's office.
Oh, you're not Stark, are you? Right, okay. Yeah. Got a desk across from the Chief Inspector's office. He's in here now. Failing upwards, yeah. Over here, right? Oh.
Any news,
Here
Mr.
we go.
Holmes?
It is you. Sorry, I forget what you look like. You're so plain. Sherlock believes justice deserves the truth, not a lie. If I say Placido's dead, I'm lying. I'm going to play it the way Sherlock would. He would expose it because you cannot live on lies. You've got to get the truth out there. Let people know. And, you know, it's a professional integrity kind of deal as well. But at the same time, I do feel that Placido running this double life at this point was like enjoying running the gang for a while, keeping a hand on it. Would have definitely pocketed a bunch of money for this retirement. And then it all got fucked up when people started getting killed again, and a reporter got killed again, and it was like, oh shit, I should probably just wrap this up. Too late. I should have done it to begin with.
Chief Inspector Placido is alive and well. He's at the apiary in Miner's End.
Phew, that's a relief.
Funny that he's with bees.
What is he doing there?
He's, I think he'll be able to explain everything better than I can.
Oh, certainly.
Huh?
I'll go
Oh,
after him
okay.
right away.
That's
Please,
not ominous
take
at
this as a
all.
token of gratitude. You've done us all a great service. Thanks again for your help. Good luck, Mr. Holmes.
Wanted to be left in peace.
He has a duty to perform, John.
That's what Mycroft would say.
Oh, damn. Don't you hit me with that, John. I'm about to fall out with you. I'm not my brother. Jesus, boy. Well, that was like, you know, a knife to the heart, John. I'm not talking to you for the rest of the day. Not at all. All right. Well, where does that leave us? It leaves us with Street Magic to finish. Then we can go and check out all the Empty House memories that we've unlocked. This should be all of them from what I've seen. We still have coins to find. I don't think I'm going to bother doing that on stream. I may run and get them off stream just for the sake of it. All it's giving me is money and a couple of items for my disguises. It's not really providing us with any story, so yeah, and we're basically in a holding pattern with the final mission of the game. But I believe everything is ready. Like, this is all we have left to do. So, excellent. All right, guys. We'll leave it there, and we'll come back to it on the next stream next week.